Good evening. Unruly airline passengers have caused 2 flights to Hawaii to be diverted and delayed this week, including one case where the rambling writings of a man could land him in jail. KITV4's Paul Drews has details in tonight's top story. Paul?
Well, most times passengers are arrested for something they do or say. An Oregon man headed to Hawaii has been charged with a federal crime for what he wrote on a comment card like this.
Joseph Johnson was on a Hawaiian Airlines flight from Portland to Maui on Wednesday when he reportedly became upset over not being able to store his bag under his seat. Then the 56-year-old wrote this note on a comment card and turned it into flight attendants. "I hope we don't crash and burn, or worse yet, end up on someplace like Gilligan's Island." He then went on to write, "And what if the plane ripped apart in mid-flight and we plummeted to Earth and landed on Gilligan's Island?" The pilots took his actions and the note to be enough of a threat that they turned the plane around and brought him back to the mainland. Now he's facing federal charges.
If you're interfering with the flight crew or if you are not following the reasonable instructions of a flight crew member, you could be arrested for federal crimes.
Sometimes that threat isn't directed at a plane, but instead other passengers.
That was the case on a Hawaiian Airlines flight this morning from Las Vegas that had to be diverted because of an unruly passenger.
Passenger was drinking too much and had sexually assaulted a woman on the plane.
That man was taken off in Los Angeles after reportedly being restrained by the flight crew.
They had to actually put the plastic handcuffs on the passenger.
After these incidents, some passengers are glad flight crews have been able to take safety matters into their own hands.
I think they put up with a lot of abuse, and so I'd like to see it tight.
But others worry this may be overreaction after attempted terrorist plots.
Having flight attendants able to restrain people crosses a line because they're not trained for that.
One thing's for sure, federal agencies aren't taking any adverse action in the sky lightly.
Any time that the flight crew would need to restrain you because your behavior's reached that level while in the air, the FBI is going to get involved and we'll be meeting at the airport.
FBI agents say last year there were 15 people arrested for interfering with flight crews on the way to Hawaii, but there are many more cases of drunken or disruptive passengers. Reporting live, Paul Drews, KITV4 Island Television News.